Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, still with a terrible cold but a little bit better than last time. And back in the Shield Isles as we make our way to Halrax and Samarseer. Well, we are going to the Corsair outpost, it would seem. Yeah, I've been feeling pretty under the weather these last few days. I mean, I thought it was just a regular cold, you know, my allergies. Happens every time. Like, you don't pay too much attention to it, but it's I've been getting a sore throat, which hasn't happened in a while. Some headaches. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's a little bit worse than usual. So, well, I'm still able to play, and I still want to play. I'm so hyped by the Shield Isles. I've been loving this so much that I really don't see myself stopping, but it does take its toll, especially because, well, as everybody else in the world, I play the game after I finish my job, so I mean, spending a good 8 hours watching at the screen for my own job, and then a couple more hours at night watching at the screen for the videos, and it doesn't help with my own headaches, but I'm so willing to do that if it gives me a closer look into the Shield Isles, if it lets me advance the story and see what else I'm missing, because the experience so far has been great. And I've been enjoying this so much more than I thought I would. I mean, when I heard about Umbar, I mean, yeah, Umbar, we've heard about that region a lot. And the Shield Isles, well, it's gonna be another original addition by the LOTRO team. So that's fine, I guess. But then I come to the Shield Isles proper, and I've been enamored by it. I don't know, it might be my favorite region in the game, but maybe it's just the novelty of it, but I am loving it so much. And here we have Galengam, our last crew member, if I've been keeping count.
The mark of a truly great merchant is how well he responds to adverse conditions.
There you are, Beriathan. The mark of a truly great merchant is how well he responds to adverse conditions, and I plan to prove I am the finest in all the world, no matter the challenge with which I am confronted. The vegetation will become a problem if it's not cleared away. Will you do that for me? Concealing vegetation, but, well, are you hiding your goods in the middle of the isle? Is that what it is? Is that a clipping issue? Seems to be. God, I hadn't realized that.
Yes, thank you.
Now the sunlight should dry out the supplies, and I can sell them at the markets in Halrax as soon as they stop dripping. You ask Galengam if he really believes he can sell the supplies he took from the Wave Hunter, and he responds with a breezy laugh, apparently misunderstanding your question. I can sell anything, Beriathan. Am I not the king's own merchant? But there is a good point. Perhaps you should look at the vendors within Halrax and see what I will have to face for competition. I am only concerned with those vendors who have stalls along the main road that leads into the city, worried not about those up the hill. Yeah, totally misunderstood the question. That's not my question, Halrax. I mean, as a, I don't know, captain, commander officer, or whatever of the Wave Hunter, you really should have asked for permission before doing that, on one hand. On the other hand, yeah, this is our own supplies. We need to survive. Especially now that the ship is damaged, we really need those supplies. I don't know, if you make a profit of them, I hope you will remember your crew. Whoa! Holy sneaky beast. for God's sake. There you go. Down. Where you should. Now, I also... For Christ's sake. I also did take the time to double check Laurel's Den. And once again, I didn't see the exact locations on the map, but I made sure that the caches that I'm missing here in Summerseer and the other isle are 5. So it seems I've gotten all other caches on the other portions of the Shield Isles, and I'm only missing these. Boy, how many eyes did I get facing this single saber-tooth? I'm just trying to see if maybe there was a cache around here easy to get, but I guess we'll have enough time to explore the entire isle after we get to Halrax and start getting quests in there as well. Oh, for God's sake. Alright. Here we are at long last. Worried guard.
Might you spare a moment?
You there, with a sword. Or is that an axe or a big rock? I can see very well. Anyway, you look tough. Some of the Sekberi from up north stayed close to the gate last week. Thankfully no one got hurt. Well, except for Ithurga, and nobody likes him anyway. That's cruel. The towns promised some funds to the idiot, brave soul, who's willing to call down their numbers. Sekberi, is that the Umbari for the heel beast or the saber-tooth? It seems to be the beasts, the cave beasts. You have discovered Halrax, alright. What do we have here?
Need you something from me?
Newcomers need to speak with Ithurga. If you're not willing to make that effort, then you'd best consider shoving off to another port on the Shield Isle, stranger. You'll find Ithurga outside his home at the top of the hill. Okay, and we also need to advance the epic. Galengam may be interested in this one. For God's sake. I'm trying to talk to you. Don't move. Don't move. I have nothing to say to you. Vendor, do you mean this guy? A lovely turquoise awning protects his vendor's goods from the weather. Yeah, this one. Awesome, sure. There is a bounty in here that we cannot take. Maybe we need to talk to Ithurga before we can unlock that one. Galengam might be interested in this one. Sure. This vendor serves a variety of fresh fruits collected from the nearby isles. Unnamed vendor at that.
Might you spare a moment?
As you approach the man, you notice that he sits his rats to so smoldering it would make even the most hot-headed roomkeeper blush. How could this be? I could have sworn I was wearing it when we left the beach. Could I have left it there somehow? Adventurer, could I ask something of you? I was at Bach Kathuk with my dearest Simar this morning. There, he presented me with a beautiful necklace. I cannot find it now, and I'm terrified that I may have somehow left it on the beach. I'm to meet with him at the tavern tonight. He can't know that I lost it. Could you find it for me? What does it look like? The gemstone is blue like his eyes and cut sharp like his clever wit. In the sun, it shines as bright as his smile. Also, it's in a sort of brown leather cord. Metal necklace, chains irritate my skin. Metal necklace, chains irritate my skin. Okay. So a very thoughtful gift, it seems. Yo, are you gonna talk to me about the bounty? I have not heard anything about that. Move along. Rude, but okay. Ah, Ithurga and Galengam could be interested in this one as well. Which one? This one? Yeah, this one. Hard to see from the road, this vendor should be little competition for Galengam. Yeah, I agree. What about Ithurga?
Halrax welcomes most.
It's good that you came to see me, stranger. As you learned, my name is Ithurga. I oversee Halrax. I maintain its operation and its people's safety. I'm sure you understand that strange faces make people wary. They become warier when they see idle hands belonging to those faces. If you want to be welcome here, do your part and show the locals that you mean well, understand?
Everything is negotiable, my friend.
Good. I'm grateful for the understanding. Respect amongst the citizens of Halrax is earned and lost through deed and effort. Some folks test my resolve by skewing their tithe and letting the debt grow too long. If you want to prove your value to Halrax, see these debts collected, yes? Yes, of course. Who is drunk in here? Boy, is that a little bit distracting. I want a picture of Ithurga as the chieftain of Halrax, it seems. He's the one to talk to. He's the one to look for. So yeah. And as far as I remember, this is the first old Corsair that we have met. And it's in his title as well, the Grey Rogue, I assume for his hair. And I also assume for you to grow this old as a Corsair, you really need to be... you really need to know what you're doing. Oh, here we have.
The winds today are most foul.
You'll not be the last lackey that Ithurga sends to pry the tithe from my hands, but you'll surely be my latest victim. Let's get this over with, you worthless cur. We'll see who's worthless. Well, there are plenty of grey-haired NPCs, it would seem. But Ithurga is definitely the first named one that we have met. I don't know, I mean, the title seems meaningful enough. I think this interpretation is not that far-fetched. You defeated Methan and collected his debt. Yeah, you run all you can. Want to see you again. What are we looking for in here? Ah, you. Kuvis.
Speak quickly, my patience runs thin.
Ithurga has some nerve in sending a fresh-faced arrival like you to collect my debt. This place is supposed to be about respect and decency, and he treats me like this? No offense, stranger, but this doesn't end well for you. None taken. I never take offense. I just... amuse myself whenever I face and defeat these cocky NPCs, so you're not gonna be the exception, of course. Of course, without the luck it would be so much easier, but still manageable. You defeated a Kuvis and collected her debt. Great, we have a task bulletin, but I don't know if I have enough items to complete my weekly tasks. I'm not gonna bother right now. What about you? What can you tell me about the bounty? Or should I tell you anything? I'll give you a reason to tell me soon. Galengam will be interested in this one? Sure. This vendor is conveniently located right by the eastern docks in Halrax. These doesn't look to be the eastern docks, but what do I know, I guess. Oh, right. When the Cranesville was also added to Halrax in one of the latest updates. Good. I've got no answers for you. Get out of here. Okay, Daxamat is gonna come here. Cool. What about you, Anyamat?
Our consider our ways. We shall set sail to the horizon with the help of our tail. When... that's terrible.
Oh, you, hello. My name is Daxamat, the greatest shantyman there ever was. Or at least, that's what they will call me someday. You see, I have such a deep love of song and the romanticism of sailing, but aside from the trip from Minas Tirith to here, I will confess I don't have much seafaring experience. What if I were to follow you around and observe you and your adventures? Perhaps that will provide the inspiration I need. She hands you a small whistle. Use this to call me as you travel about Summerseer. Oh, we're going to have so much fun together. I would be shantyman, sure. Now, here you can also see the Dockmaster.
Fair winds to you.
That you don't need to discover because it's given to you. This was so that all players that didn't want to play through West King's Gondor and Outer Gondor could still come to the Shield Isles somehow. I do have a question, and maybe I can answer that soon, but what happens if you skip all quests in King's Gondor and in Outer Gondor and just take this boat without doing the epic, and then you go to Voyage's End? Would that... I mean, would the Wave Hunter still be damaged for you to see, like a little spoiler of what's to come, or would it be an empty space? I mean, can you even get the discovery of the deed if you don't advance the epic to the point where that location becomes Voyage's End? I don't know, I'm rambling right now, but I'm very curious about that one.
Nariel, did you here to ask for information about Saklaphêl's bounty hunters? How did you fare?
You reluctantly tell Daxamat that the folk of Halrax were less than helpful. He puts a reassuring hand on your shoulder and then quickly removes it. I am sorry, Beriathan, I did have more success than you, but remember that I did grow up here. There are not many folk who remember me, but there are a few. I learned from them that perhaps a dozen bounty hunters met with Saklaphêl's man Galadith, but of that number only 3 seem serious about it. One of these I heard talk about even when I was just a child, the Blade Twist, who must be an old man by now, surely. The other is a woman, Cruel Dancer, and of those I spoke to, she is believed to have the greatest chance of actually claiming any of the bounties. It seems the Blade Twist and Cruel Dancer have already departed the islands, but the third bounty hunter may still be here. He is a man they call Driftwood, and he lives here in Halrax. Perhaps you can speak to Manavan, the man who tends the bar here, and learn where we can meet with Driftwood. You are certain to redeem yourself in the eyes of the crew, Beriathan. Oh, my apologies. Yeah, Halrax is a little bit more tame, we can say, than Jajax, but he's still... I don't know, he's still trying to get the upper hand in some situations. I feel bad for you, stranger. You have no idea the bee nest you've just struck. This matter ends only one way. You trampled underfoot? Draw your weapon of choice. The least I can do is give you a sporting chance. Yeah, I say the same. Sporting chance. I like that. I like the sound of that. Come on! I was already taking care of him. You defeated Yingwan and collected his debt. I thank you for your help, but it was not necessary to get out of my business. And thank you. Yeah, it seems there are some clipping issues with this outfit that I hadn't realized before. You can see there below the shoulders. Now that I see it, it's getting a little bit distracting.
Hello there, stranger. Fancy making some coin? I have a job for only the most capable of adventurers, and you have just the right kind of look about you.
Have you heard of a rock? Vicious, nasty creatures they are. Massive birds with talons like daggers, beaks strong enough to pierce the hull of even the sturdiest ships. Well, I represent a wealthy buyer who is interested in acquiring one of these beasts for himself. Fancies if he raises the thing from birth, he'll be loyal. Could you imagine the power of a rock tamed? So here's a job. Go to the rock's nest south of here and nab one of their eggs. Bring it back to me and you'll have enough coin to live comfortably for the rest of your life anywhere in the world. As you recall, rocks are intelligent creatures, not the mere beasts that this brigand claims them to be. It may be worth warning the nearby rocks that someone has these signs on their eggs. Alright. Yeah, that sounded a little bit fishy because 20 silver is really not the fortune this man sells it out to be, so it seems that we'll be doing something different with those eggs. Forgot to summon Anyamat.
By challenging some freebooters to a fight. Nothing speaks to a rugged life at sea like pointless brawling.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. But I haven't seen any freebooters that we can challenge to a fight. Bounty. There's another bounty here. But why can't I take them? I don't know. Oh, Manavan, there you are. Hi, I know the man called Driftwood. Leastways, I know him as much as any other who lives in Halrax. You don't ask questions about folk who end up in Ithurga. This is a place for lost things, and some of those things don't want to be found, if you take my meaning. You tell Manavan that you might have information of interest to Driftwood, and a friend to the man who would help you find him. Maybe that's so, and maybe that isn't, but this is not a place for friends, stranger. He is here most every night, drinking, and he's generous with his coin. Perhaps that makes us friends, after all. But he's a man grown, and he does not need me to protect him. He lives on the lower level of Halrax on the southwestern side of the inlet if you need to speak with him so badly. But I don't want anyone coming back here and causing trouble if he doesn't want to speak to you. Okay. Okay. So... the quest map is starting to fill again. Cool. I'm wondering if I should be taking out my Stone of the Tortoise. I'm not sure. Ah, there's a freebooter.
The winds today are most foul.
Well, this is galling. Have you even bought into Halrax yet? Have you paid your tithe yet? Or this is a ploy by Ithurga to get you into the plan? Oh, I understand now. He laughs. Brilliant plan, Ithurga. Send a new fish from the sea to do the work of those who've paid the price. Fine, take my debt. For a moment, I thought you would just handle it. Oh, thank God, Anyamat. You collected Dagon's debt. Boy, and he died fighting, it seems. But, as I was saying, thank God for Anyamat, because she is not affected by the landscape difficulty, so she hits like a truck compared to me. You and I gotta be pals for a little bit longer. Hope that you would not mind me taking you for a long ride.
Halrax welcomes most.
You returned and looked no worse for wear. I heard about Dagon. He shrugs. Unfortunate. Dagon's crew is worse off without him, but he made his choices, lived, and died as he wanted. Dagon's untimely death is not the matter at hand, however. We must discuss your future here. You've done what I asked, but to finalize the deal and air protection through the thought affairs of Halrax, I need your tithe. Visit the vault keeper here in town and exchange your coin for a bag of coins that matter to me. Again. This is... They did the same thing on the Grey Mountains, you remember? We had to also exchange a couple of bag of coins to advance the quest. Just a gold sink, of course, to... I don't know, somehow level the economy, but... the man called Driftwood is dipping his cups. Driftwood's eyes light with recognition and surprise, and mine do too, of course.
No, it cannot be.
Driftwood stares at you with astonishment, the alien spark cloudiness of his eyes draining away. You, Beriathan, I cannot believe it. I never thought I would see you again. There can be no mistake. This is Horn of Rohan. The months of hard living on the road and in the wild have weathered his clothes. His face still familiar, but the war and its worries have left their marks upon it, and he seems more aged than you remember. What brings you to the Shield Isles, Beriathan? You have not let down your own folk as I have, surely. I cannot imagine that. You were always stronger in mind than I was, with courage to spare. It is the truth, and we both know it. And Nona was stronger than both of us, but what do you have to say of yourself? You are not running away from something, you are always running toward. Before you can gather your thoughts to speak, someone steps close behind you. She stares at Horn with a hard look in her eyes, and you know you must introduce her. This is Sigileth, you say. Horn stares at the elf, his mouth agape. Sigileth, the sister of Corudan. You do remember, so of course, here you have it. I don't know if this is the last, but this is the last spoiler that I got. The last remember that we'll recruit Driftwood, aka Horn.
Sigileth, the sister of Corudan.
And again, I got this spoiled on the forums, and I really have no idea what happens if you have Halrax stay in the Shire and Horn dies at the Pelennor Fields. So I guess now I need to bring one character that made that choice to answer that question. The problem is that my higher level characters, my Warden and my Captain, both told Halrax to go to the Pelennor, so I have 3 instances of Horn being alive and none of Horn being dead. So it will be a long time before I have an answer to that question, sadly. But for the time being, we need to answer other questions.
It is true. Corudan is my brother, and he needs our help.
Sigileth stares at Horn, daring him to speak, but he wisely keeps his silence. I have heard of your adventures with Beriathan, Horn of Rohan, and with my brother, and I have been told of the choice you made when the Battle of the Pelennor Fields was ended. It was not my place to judge whether your choice was well considered or ill thought, and I will not do so. But I will ask this of you. Did you consider my brother Corudan to be a friend? Did you think you knew him? This then is my last question. Would Corudan come to your aid if your positions were reversed? Or would he give in cowardice and run away, leaving the hard work to others?
I believed Corudan's sister Sigileth was dead.
That she perished within Dol Guldur before we adventured in Rohan. But no, she is alive and seems eager to shame me on his behalf. Have you learned what happened to Corudan at Helm's Deep? You had better tell me what happened to him, and quickly, for I think his sister may be about to stick me with her famous knives, and right now I confess I might deserve it. You tell Horn what you know about Corudan's captivity by the Kindred of the Coins, and your mission to Umbar. When you have finished, he rubs his eyes. After the Battle of Pelennor Fields, I wander without purpose. I came to this land because I did not want to get involved, but even that proved a lie. I called myself emissary at first, and told myself Horn was dead, but as I lived here, drowning my old sorrows with ale and trying to forget what I had done and what I had been, I saw crimes I could not forgive. As I opposed them, I took on a new name, Driftwood. I believed the Heirs of Castamir might again threaten Gondor, and if they had victory there, would not Rohan be next? So I made things difficult for them, as I could. I thought I might gain an audience with Balakor's widow if I claimed to have slain one of her enemies, and so in the threat of the Heirs of Castamir. Most of my plans ended in the bottom of a mug of ale, Beriathan. When I was Horn and fought alongside friends, it was different. Driftwood is alone and accomplishes nothing. It is useless. You tell Horn that it could be different, and he shakes his head. This is my place now. I spend my days fighting Corsairs and my nights here, drowning in my cups. I suggest you defeat the Corsairs of the Shield Isles for the sake of our past friendship, and then return to your ship. Horn is dead. Only Driftwood remains. He cannot help you. More importantly, Nona. What happened to Nona? Because I would have thought that after you left the Pelennor after Horn, quote unquote, died, you would have gone back to Nona at once, and it seems that is not the case here, and that is unexpected, to say the least. What do I need to do to defeat the freebooters? Ah, the island northwest of Halrax, okay. So yeah, no, that's entirely unexpected. Boy, that is the second time you leave Nona, and we know Nona. That can't end well for poor Horn. What have you done, buddy? And I might be calling Aragorn Elessar now that he has assumed his new identity as king and he's a new man. But boy, I refuse to call you Driftwood if you are gonna be that drowned in your own pity. So if you want to change your name, by all means do it, but pull yourself together first.
What level of competition will I face at the market within Halrax?
Oh, come on. Yeah, Daxamat, you show this boy who's boss. That's right. You tell Galengam about the type of goods you saw for sale within the town, and his forehead creases with thought. I plan to sell the goods we brought with us on the ship, Beriathan, for I believe the residents here would believe them to be unusual. But I think now that will not be sufficient. I have heard that salamander legs and toad legs can be considered something of a delicacy if they are prepared correctly. I understand you will find the raw ingredients for such a feast to the east of here, and while you see about collecting those, I will find out how to prepare them. Meet me back at the ship when you have enough salamander and toad legs, and perhaps we can corner the market on these goods. And if not, well, I assume the crew of the Wave Hunter will want something to eat. It is a shame not to sell the supplies I hold all the way here, but it will take too long for them to dry out, and I need the coin coming in as soon as possible. Yeah, now you gotta take them back to the Wave Hunter. So you spent a long time holding them here, you can spend a long time taking them back to where they were. Okay, here's the crab. And for the first time, I'm really not that scared of pulling a lot of enemies together if Daxamat is gonna be this kick-ass. Still get the tokens, and I defeat these guys so easily, boy. This almost feels like if I were back in normal difficulty. So amazing. Great. What is this? Oh, these are the freebooters we need to defeat?
Hoi.
A fight? Now why would it do that? I have only just met you. Come, join me and my friends for some tea. Okay.
Well met.
Well, that didn't go as I expected, Daxamat says as she sips from the offered cup. Free tea though. Maybe we can challenge one of the other people here? So the intimidating looking freebooter will offer you tea. So I guess the friendly freebooter would accept your challenge?
It is a fine day indeed.
Ah, such lovely weather we have been enjoying as of late. It makes me want to sing. The freebooter strikes up a joyful song. Daxamat doesn't know the words, but she harmonizes beautifully with the man. She may not have success writing lyrics, but doesn't lack for singing talent.
What news do you bring, traveler?
This is not going how I expected. Maybe we should give up on trying to pick up a fight and make friends instead.
more wings to you.
I know we look like rough folk, but that is what happens when you spend all day in the sun and having your face chopped by salty sea air. He laughs, no, guffaws at himself. Are you hungry? The sea has been generous and there's plenty of food to share.
What news do you bring, traveler?
Daxamat speaks through a mouthful of real fish. I should go around talking to strangers more often. Instead of fighting you, they give you free tea and fish and sing with you. I really like these folks. Come, let's meet the last of their company.
Greetings, kind traveler.
Hello. Oh, the woman's greeting is interrupted by a yawn. For imitation of a yawn on my part, forgive me for that. Sorry about that. I had coffee too late in the day yesterday. I went to sleep late and I'm still waking up. Daxamat shares her desire to be a shantyman, and the sleepy freebooter's lips curl into a smirk. If it is inspiration for songs you seek, I can tell you about my own travels on the sea. Daxamat quickly agrees, and the sleepy freebooter proceeds to tell the most bawdy and violent tales one could tell. By the end of the stories, Daxamat is frozen stiff by shock. She thanks the woman for her time, and the two of you beat a hasty history treat.
Well met.
As lovely as this has been, I do think a real sailor should get into scrap. If these fine folk won't fight with us, I have heard rumors of a strange creature who we could go bother. Oh, what are you gonna do now? What if we fight a giant crab?
There's a giant crab on a small island east of here. I hear folks have nicknamed it Shelly. Let's go fight it!
I once overheard a sailor tell a story wherein she faced down a ferocious beast. Let us seek out the most horrifying creatures these isles have to offer. There is a giant crab on a small island east of here. I hear folks have nicknamed it Shelly. Let's go fight it. Okay, what else?
I'm always hearing about sailors looking for treasure that's washed ashore. I will tell you where to dig. I'm a very lucky person. I tend to have a good sense for these sorts of things.
Daxamat holds a shovel aloft as if it were some prize. Treasure! I'm always hearing about sailors looking for treasure that's washed ashore. Yeah, I'm in the middle of that, as a matter of fact. They thrust a shovel into your hands. I will tell you where to dig. I am a very lucky person and tend to have a good sense for this sort of things. Okay. Boy. We have our hands full, it seems. I mean, I love that. Still need to find some more crabs and salamanders, and oh my god, can this beetle go away? Yeah, the Sekbidi. Daxamat, please come here. I need your help. If you can take care of this guy, I can take care of the other one. Let's work as a team. So that's what I mean. Once again, show them who's boss. Awesome. For God's sake. Yeah, Daxamat, I need you. Yeah, she defeated one of them. Cool. If they were more prone to fighting in melee, this wouldn't be so annoying. But Daxamat is so amazing that I don't even need to worry about them. You're gonna swim? Okay, swim. For God's sake. Okay, there we go, the sick beauty. I have just realized I missed the pack of coins back in Halrax. Oh boy. I go... Yeah, I guess I can go treasure hunting. For Daxamat, that is. And that will give me the perfect... I don't know, excuse to go back to the Wave Hunter, complete Galengam's quest. Take care of all the crew before we move on to the main story. Raktakun. Who is Raktakun? The name doesn't ring a bell. Oh boy, more whites, really? You really don't want to meet my friend. She'll come here anytime now. You know what? Anytime now. Where did you go? Come on, where did you go? Boy. They got the first spot? Oh boy. I know. This is for Driftwood's quest. Oh boy. I guess we'll need to go back to Halrax then. Yeah, the colors are so similar to one another. It's easy to get confused. Please let me get the bag of coins and let's see. Maybe that will unlock more quests with Ithurga. I hope. Boy, another crab. And Ithurga escaped. Daxamat is nowhere to be found. Close. What now? Really, how many of these guys are there? Wait a moment. happened with the secretary? All right, that completed a quest. I didn't realize it. Maybe. The Vault Keeper was somewhere around here. Yeah, that's right. Wait, I didn't even need to come here. I could have used this for my
Umbar
vault
is
services.
a free city at last.
I think.
Fair winds to you.
Maybe not. Now where is Ithurga again?
Everything is negotiable, my friend.
Excellent. You've done well, friend. You are free to move throughout Halrax without fear of being accosted. I'll ensure that everyone learns of the change in your status. Now that we've come to an understanding, there is something further I ask of you.
What news comes now to my shores?
Yours is not the only unexpected arrival, friend. Shortly before you arrived, an emissary from the Kindred of the Coins came by ship. Since he landed, he's been asking questions that give me leave to think he's not wholly here for appearance. I run this place proper-like and want not trouble with the Kindred. As the newest friendly type in the town, why not make your acquaintance with them? Yeah, that sounds lovely, and it seems, this has unlocked some more side quests for us.
What news has come in with the tide?
Are you looking to make some coin and willing to spend a little time helping someone who is a little on in years? My mind is as sharp as steel, but my body is starting to show my age. Not as able as I once was to roam the wilds hunting down jungle beasts for their pelts. And yet, there is still brisk demand for my wares. I'll pay you if you can help. What do you say? I say you could have given me that quest before. But anyway.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
I apologize if I seem on edge. There is an issue in this town that vexes me greatly. Some people show no respect for property. I am speaking of the act of defiling the walls of our homes. Someone is purposefully defacing the beauty of the buildings. Each day I clear the walls of the fields spread on them, and each day they return. Would you help me clean the ruins and perhaps help me find the culprit? Yeah, I would love to. You use one graffiti, does that mean I can pick the bounty now? Yeah, thank you. Bounty Akraz the Vile. An Uruk named Akraz the Vile threatens to destroy the truce between the freebooters of Halrax and the Kafagur orcs. His actions include waylaying travelers, preying on the weak and wary, robbery and murder. Interested parties should seek guidance from Yithra at his home in Lower Halrax, and there he is.
Do you have need of some?
It's good to see that my post is drawing some interest. The matter is simple. Akraz the Vile lives up to his name. He stalks the paths east and north of our township, preying on the tired or weary travelers, waylaying them, robbing them, or worse, leaving them for dead. We made a truce with the Kafagur orcs, and if this menace isn't brought to heel, then that truce could soon break. Head out the east and north, and feign weakness in a secluded area. You will draw the villain out. Oh boy, We're getting so many things to do. Where was the other bounty board? I don't remember exactly where it was. Downstairs, maybe? Well, there's another quest anyway.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
The sea is a voracious beast, consuming wood at a rate only surpassed by fire. Every day I toil to repair this dock. Each night when I slumber, I dream of hammering nails. And each morning I awake to find more rot chewing away at the docks. I grow weary, friend. Could you help? I need pulled wood from the trees in the wood to the east of the town. Can you collect those and repair the damaged planks? Sure. Okay, we can begin the reparations, and then I guess we'll go outside of town and gather the timber. Funny, not all animations have the clipping issue we just discovered today. Let me see what else we can do. Just remember, you remember one of the previous episodes I got a metalsmith scroll case? Even though I cannot craft Umbar items yet, I am getting as many recipes as I want, and I was kind of complaining that that the only metalsmith recipe useful for wardens was the shield, and I hadn't gotten it yet. Well, that very scroll case that I sent to my metalsmith, it did contain the Warden shield, the level 150 recipe. So now I have an extra motivation to complete my crafting, to at least be able to craft that one. Hopefully I can do that relatively soon. The Temamir Guard. Count of Kultek. Okay. But if you are the Shelruka, the Temamir emissary, then what was that quest ring to the north of town? The quests just keep piling up, as you can see. Where was the other bounty board? I don't see it.
What news has come in with the tide?
I've longed for a time to give my calloused hands a rest. Hitting Halrax, I finally have that time. Sorry. And an inclination to pursue something new and creative. A fever recently slowed my pace, forcing me to abandon my goal of scouring the Ithurga caldera for the precious obsidian and beautiful flowers that ring the hollow. Would you be willing to go there and help me? I need the obsidian because all the artists use the sea glass. Sea glass isn't inspiring. Sea glass is insipid. Yeah, an inspired artist, it seems. Oh, there's the auctioneer. Cool. Boy, I don't get it. Where is the other bounty post? Ah, there you are, Tiny.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
Tanim is my name. I'll not attempt to deceive you with some sad story about an ailing child, sibling, mother, or other nonsense. I'll tell you straight away what and why I want what I want. In Umbar there is a newfound freedom. That freedom comes with opportunity, and I am seizing mine. You see, people will pay for any foolish notion or thought. Want to look younger, be strong, or faster? Enterprising scholars will brew you a potion or two to fit your needs. Those scholars need a product, and you can get me the product I need. Jungle beast horns. Tales tell of their mystical qualities, and I aim to make my coin while I can. Would you help an honest man? Doesn't seem that honest to me. Ah, the bounty here, awesome. Doesn't seem that honest, but coin is coin, I guess. Bounty, Nakruth. Bring a precious silver inlaid locket lost near the creature's lair and proof of the salamander's defeat to Halrax in Halrax. Nakruth makes its lair among its brood to the east of Halrax. Alright, annexing here, I was starting to wonder what was the purpose of that NPC. Alright, seems that is good enough for today. I think we have explored the entirety of Halrax. So I think there were just the two bounties. Already have them. And our next stop, it seems, it's talking with the Temamir dwarves, which I am really looking forward to see how that plays out, because the last time we saw a Temamir dwarf was in Furuxahar and they were covering Coltic. The question is, does Coltic know we were in Furuxahar at the same time as he was? I think he is very well aware of that fact. But if that is the case, will they have something else to say to us now that we have met again here in Halrax? That is a very interesting question. I just want to find the last defaced wall. Yeah, there. So that we can check this off our list. Maybe not turn the quest in yet, but just leave it there for the next one, because the priority right now, it seems, should be talking with those dwarves. A dwarf and his guard stand beneath the arch nearby. Boy, I do want to talk to you, but I think we gotta wait for the next one, because I don't know what's gonna happen now, and we are already running short on time. In any case, thank you so much for watching today's episode. That will be the end, but I will see you on the next one. For the time being, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.